How to make traditional Italian breakfast cookies. Let's get into it. These are great with coffee or tea or hot chocolate. First, you want to crack 1 egg into a medium-sized bowl. Next, you want to add a 1/4 cup of sugar. Beat until well blended and nice and frothy. Then add a 1/4 cup of milk. Add a 1/4 cup of flavorless oil, such as canola oil or vegetable oil. Add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. For funsies, you can add a teaspoon of almond extract. You don't have to though, it's not really in the recipe. Beat and again until well blended. When it's nice and frothy, put the blender away, you don't need it. Grab yourself a plastic spatula or a wooden one, whichever you'd like. Add 2.5 cups of flour. Add about a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, I lied. And then very carefully and gently fold. Just means you slowly lift it up and slowly put it down again. Do it slowly so you don't overmix. Do this until everything is well blended and mixed together. If you need to add a little bit more water to your mixture, that's totally fine, but once you're done mixing and it comes together, you want to knead it for a couple of minutes with your hands until it forms a dough. Again, if you have to add a tiny little bit more liquid, that's fine. Some flours in some areas are drier than others, that's fine. But when you're done, you want to add a 1/4 cup of sugar into a small bowl. Grab yourself a cookie tray and line it with some parchment paper or tin foil, whatever you got. Don't forget to grease it. Grab about an inch or 2 of dough. It really depends. You can make these as big or as small as you'd like. Form them into a semi-cylinder shape. Roll them into your sugar, like so. Form them again just to make sure. And then put them on your cookie sheet. Repeat with all your dough. You want to bake these off at 350 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes or until they are lightly golden on the bottom. You'll notice when your cookies come out of the oven that the tops really aren't that golden, but you want to lift one up carefully and notice that the bottoms are nice and golden. They are done. Let them cool down fully and enjoy. How to make chocolate fudge cookie bites. Let's get into it. These look so delicious. First, you want to add about 4 tablespoons of room temperature butter to a medium-sized bowl. Next, add 3/4 cups of sugar. Next, you want to add 1/3 cup of cocoa powder and mix until well blended. Next, add 1 4-ounce container of applesauce. And about a tablespoon of vanilla extract. Mix until well combined again. Mix on low speed because the cocoa powder will explode everywhere. Add 1 3/4 cups of flour. Add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Move your mixer and grab yourself a rubber spatula and carefully and gently fold in your flour into your cocoa powder mix. Do it slowly again because everything might puff out and explode at you. You don't want to make a huge mess. Do it until everything's well combined. Grab yourself a cookie sheet and line it with tin foil or wax paper. You want to grease your tin foil or wax paper, whatever you got. You can make your cookies as big or small as you'd like. Form them in your hand into a ball and then push them down just a little bit. And then repeat with all your dough. You want to bake this off at 375 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes. Now once your cookies come out of the oven, you'll notice that the tops really haven't changed all that much. But if you pick one of them up and look at the bottom, it'll look a little bit lighter, it'll feel a little bit drier. So when they're done, wait for them to fully cool down and enjoy.